I've just finished watching the Arsenal game. Thank God. It's a bit of a better result than last time. Well, probably opposite. 2-0 away from home. The goals themselves weren't brilliant, to be honest. It was a mistake from their keeper, which letting Ketty get through, but could see him get another Premier League goal. And it was like a deflection. It was a double rebound off a free kick that Willett got one in the 85th or something like that. But either way, it puts Arsenal in the top half of the table, which is a bit weird to say that's a positive. That should really just be normal, but still, yeah. It was a good game. Arsenal didn't really play great. Southampton definitely played really well in the second half, but didn't at the same time create anything, which was surprising really. And Danny Ings I didn't really see for the whole game. I presume if he got a chance or two, he might have ended up sticking one in the back of the net. But on the whole, Arsenal looked good. Aubameyang looked a bit sharper. He got the bar in the first half. He almost put Nketiah through in the second, and he won as a red card in the second half as well. That led to the free kick, which led to the goal. So he definitely had an improved game coming in from the left. But I think what Arteta did well today was he went with like a mix between a back 4 and 5. Obviously, Saka's played. He is a left midfielder, but he's played left back for most of our season, really, and he's been probably one of our best players. Definitely our top 3 with Leno and Aubameyang. And what happened was Tierney. I said it in my last video. Tierney went into more of a centre half role, wide left centre half, and so that way when Saka pushed up, you had a natural left back to sort of fill in that position. And then obviously when Saka pushes in, you don't need Aubameyang to stay out wide to keep the width, which allows him to then make those runs in a bit more like Henry sort of. I know Henry played striker, but he obviously liked to go down that channel. I'm not saying he played as well as Henry or whatever, but it's that sort of it was that sort of positioning that he was able to get in, and most of his chances and good bits of play were him running off, sort of mixed between Southampton's fullback and then the centre half just doesn't really pick him up, which is where Arsenal got their best chances from. So I think it was good tactics by Arteta in terms of doing that. It made us more defensively solid instead of not having wing backs, but obviously Tierney being a solid left back means he would push up more and then leaves us more open at the back, because our defence is, well, I don't think it's the worst part of our team, but it is shocking, really. Arteta has shored it up a bit. And the thing is, Bellerin's not, he's still young, but he's not, he hasn't got the pace that he used to because of injuries, so he's not bombing on as much. So it was like having a right back, a centre back, left back and a left wing back more in the team. So it kept defensively solid but gave an extra attacking threat. And Saka's obviously young, he's got the energy to be going up and down the whole game. What was interesting was seeing that Guendouzi wasn't in the squad. Arteta said it was a squad management, but I think that's just related to the Neil Maupay incident from against Brighton. I don't know how I feel about it really. I can understand dropping him from the team because he didn't play great, but it's sort of the attitude he's got is one that I like, but he hasn't got the ability to have that attitude sort of at the same time. Like, I'm not comparing him to Vieira, but Vieira obviously had a very good attitude when it came to sort of fighting for the team and sort of having the back of the other Arsenal players, like most of the Arsenal players did. But he also had the ability, and being one of the best midfielders in the league, to do it. You can't really do that when you're a 19-year-old youngster. But I like his passion and his apparent love for the club and the team. But that's good to see. But much better from Arsenal. I didn't really expect too much from them, but as long as we can keep a few results going till the end of the season, I'll be happy with maybe a bit further in the FA Cup and top half finish at this point. I think that's realistic, and it'll be just like when other teams have had a bad season, like United. I think they finished 7th in that Moyes season. Chelsea finished 10th in the Mourinho season when he got sacked. So a lot of other teams have had a bad season. So I guess we're allowed one. I'm sure that's okay. But yeah, that's about it really. I did like Arteta's tactics. I thought they worked well. Didn't really. I mean, I guess with Aubameyang playing, it did sort of help with the win, but it just made us more defensively solid, and it got us. I think it was only our second away clean sheet of the season. It's like our fourth in the last 2 years, so I'm really pleased with that side of it. As we've struggled defensively over the last few years, as it's well documented. But yeah, I think that's about it for me on the Arsenal game. Wasn't too much else to add or dispute. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.